Hi.
Hi, Karine. How are you? Great to see
I'm
you.
great to see you too.
You look fantastic. Is your hair a little red? Do I see
Yes, it's quite, yeah,
there? I
it's,
like it. That suits you beautifully.
yeah, it's weird when I had to change my hair color for a series that we shot here in Quebec
Yeah.
earlier this year. And when my hairdresser, when I looked at myself in the mirror afterwards, we were like, so you've been a redhead for 37 years and you just didn't know. So it's just my skin and everything. So I'm really
Oh, it looks fabulous on you. It just kind of took me by surprise because I don't think I've ever seen you with red hair before.
no, 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 no. Anyway, but I'm putting it in a bun so people can make the link to Delorme, I guess.
Well, it looks fantastic. I'm telling you, especially with this. Well, I wanted to ask you. I mean, first of all, it's great to see you. It's great to see you're doing well. How have you been this past year? How are you holding up?
I'm actually, I don't know. I made quick decisions. I moved away from Montreal. But I'm actually really happy about the decisions I made. So, I think all of us are trying to adjust as best as we can.
Yeah.
And trying to either I don't know, find ways to make it better somehow. And what I really love right now, what's happening and what's been happening for a few months already, I feel like most of us are kind of following some intuitions.
Yes.
Like, oh, I need to do something. Let's start this, maybe projects or impulses that we wouldn't have followed necessarily previously in other circumstances, but we're just trying to, survive all this.
Yeah.
And so right now I'm trying to focus on what has been accomplished that I wouldn't have accomplished otherwise. And I, with a friend of mine who's a psychologist, we started a women's group online.
Nice.
It used to be once a week. Now it's once a month. It was a lot to do it once a week.
Yeah.
But so this whole community now, we thought we would only be doing it for a few weeks a year ago, and then it's been a year already, and we have this growing community of women support of all ages. And so I think it's I think we just need to focus on what, not the positive but the surprising aspect of this whole thing.
Yeah, there's nothing else we can do. We got to go with the flow. We're all in the same boat, and it is what it is. But at least we have this wonderful family film to talk about, my friend. And I have to tell you, I mean, it's adorable. I wonder for you, first of all, when you do the voiceover, you go through the whole process, and then it takes a while to put these types of films together, as you know, and then you see the final product, and you hear your voice coming out of this fabulous character, Morgaa. What was your initial reaction to that?
Actually, the difference in the process this time was, well, two things. Usually in Quebec, when we do voiceover, when we dub characters, especially when it's for animated films, we dub it once it's been once the whole process has been done in the States or elsewhere in the world. So the whole film is put together. You already have the voice of the original actor doing it, and you're just doing it in French mostly.
Right.
So with Morgaa, since it was produced by a local company that we're all very proud of, 10th Avenue Production. And so I embarked on the project at the beginning of the process in French and in English. And then a year after, discovering the drawings. And then a few months after, being able to view clips here and there of the full project, and then making some adjustments with the dialogues and everything. So it's been quite exciting to see it all happen, and to be proud of the fact that it has been developed and created by artists from here. And to think that, yes, we produce fiction films, but to be proud of the animated films that are coming from Canada as well is great.
It's amazing. Yes, exactly. Keep it at home is what I say. If we can, why not?
Well, not only keep it at home, but make it at home, and then send it out there, because it's already been sold internationally. Their reputation is so great 10th Avenue production that as soon as they have a new movie coming out, of course they can't produce multiple projects every year because the whole process is so long and so demanding. But as soon as they have a new one, the distributors are just like, okay, when is it coming out? We'll just we'll buy it now and offer it to our audience.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's so funny because this character, I can't imagine that you didn't have a lot of fun playing her, because she's described as this megalomaniacal person. Do you take that as an insult, or do you like that?
I love it. No, and you know what's great? I don't think I have quite a I don't have a very deep voice.
No.
But my voice is quite low and assertive.
Yeah.
But my face doesn't match that voice sometimes. So when I'm cast for fiction projects, series, or movies, I'm rarely cast as the bad character on the project.
Right.
I'm well, on Revenge I was, but that was unusual for me. That was an unusual type of casting for me. But still, I don't think if Morgaa wasn't animated, I don't think I would have been considered for the part.
Yeah.
But now that she's in animation, it was great to it was great that they kind of imagined me playing the character, and that they imagined that I don't know, that they imagined my voice for her. But it was great playing her. She's and she's like a superstar, and she's like this guru type of superstar that people follow, and she's charismatic, and at the same time you feel all her insecurities, and it's quite scary, to see how she has this big vision, but it's not really for the whole community she's creating. It's just for her ego.
That's right. Yeah.
So and
she wants family too. That's the whole goal, right?
You're right.
She wants
the community, but she doesn't want it for the right reason. But when you dig deeper, it's that's the only thing she wants. She wants a family, and you're right, absolutely right, absolutely right.
It's
and it's often that in these type of films for children, it's you see this character at first, and then you're like, oh, whatever, she has no heart, but then when you get down to the bottom of who she is, she's just this little girl who didn't have a family and didn't have a home.
Yeah. Do you find it listen, your English is so good, there's no question about that, but is it more comfortable still to do things in French, or are you still okay doing, are you comfortable doing the
challenge is different. The challenge is different. It's the challenge is different because the work has to be different. Especially when I prepare for a role, I often find myself working in prep much more with a dialect coach, but it's influencing the way I work in English is influencing more and more the way I work in French.
Interesting.
Because I realize that it's not because French is my mother tongue that it shouldn't require the same kind of work, heading towards the project. So I'm adding to my French process, having someone I can rehearse my scenes with, the day before the shooting and everything. So it's been influencing the way I work in French, which I love.
That's fascinating. That's very interesting to me. Of course, look, you had such a great run on Cardinal. It was so much fun to watch you on that show. And
please make it come back.
I wish, right? And look, I've always had a huge crush on Billy Campbell. Like, oh my God. So I'm so jealous that you got to work with him for so many years. Amazing. And your accolades and your awards for it. At the end of the, when it was over, it must have been like, oh my God, like, what do I do now? When you get so involved into a series and the people that you work with and the character, and then it's over.
And especially when it's being sustained for so many years, sometimes the first year of a project like that, it's exciting. The writers have had many years to work on it, the whole team. You feel all this, energy supporting the project. And then sometimes it's still there for the second season. And then it kind of, it goes away a little bit every additional season. Yeah. But that never happened on Cardinal. The momentum always stayed creatively for everybody. And the, I don't know, the excitement from the fans of the show. And I don't know, I just felt like we all felt that it never lost momentum and excitement. And so of course it was sad to say bye to the project, but of course we didn't want the project to reach that point where it became uninteresting, unexciting. So yeah, but it's funny. Billy is in Canada shooting something right now.
Yeah.
And I texted him the other day and, we're all having like meh days sometimes, especially now. And I texted him saying, is it weird if I tell you that sometimes when I feel a little low, I watch an episode of Cardinal? And he was like, and he sent me a picture of just one episode on his computer screen. He said, well, my dear, I do the same. So you're all, but it's not to watch our work, obviously.
No. It's comfort. It's a comfort.
It's comfort. And it's just to remind ourselves, that's what it feels. Oh yeah. It's just a great place, a comfortable place, soothing place to go back to, because the team was amazing. Creatively, we felt free. We felt challenged, at some point. There was always something to investigate, and
that's nice.
So it's kind of to tell us, it can happen again. That's what the work can be about.
Well, I was going to say, like, could you do a movie or bring back the characters and, just even a one-off? Like, is it a possibility?
It would be great. It would be great. We obviously hope that it will happen, whatever the shape, I don't know if will it happen one day. I don't know. We have both this feeling that it's not totally over.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a wishful, I don't know, possibility, but I definitely hope to be working with Billy again. That would be fun too, even if it's with different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a very special project. And as you mentioned, Bonnie, sometimes you end projects like that, and you wonder if it will happen again. Will you be ever again excited like that, content like that by a project? And they're not that easy to find. But when you're fueled by this, certainty that it's worth waiting for these opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they are out there, and sometimes the team is great, the story is wonderful, and then the success is not there, but it's still those projects that I will keep trying to find. And so we'll see.
For sure. No, 100%. I would love to see.
And I think what made me also very, very proud is that I had been hoping for a Canadian opportunity like that for years. I was working on American shows before, and Quebec shows, obviously, but I was really dreaming of opportunities in Canada to have a strong character like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I would be as excited now to just say, hey, okay, can we find something in Canada that can maybe have that kind of appeal to the Canadian audience? Yeah.
And when you look back at your career, Karine, look, I'm a TV holic. I watch everything. So first of all, when I saw you on Pan Am, I was like, I like that show. I really did. I don't know.
Did you know I was Canadian? Did you know I was Canadian?
Yes, I knew who you were.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, I knew who you were because Polytechnique. Who didn't?
Yeah.
Obviously, and I knew you. I knew your career and everything. But when I saw you on that show, I was like, wow, that's amazing, because like, Margot Robbie, who, like, at that point, nobody knew who she was, you know what I mean? And then, so look at how you've all developed since that. So then you take an experience like Pan Am, and then obviously Revenge, and we're working with Emily, you know what I mean? Another great Canadian, It's nice to see. And now fast forward where you guys are now and what you've accomplished and how you've grown, don't you take those experiences and look at them as growing experiences, you think?
Oh, yeah. And I had fun doing, and I really, I embraced that's what I'm mostly proud of. I really embraced every single opportunity and work opportunity I had. When you're mentioning Revenge, I'm still quite close to the cast members of this show, and I would love to work with Emily on something Canadian. That would be great, by the way.
I would love to see that.
But although Revenge was a very different experience, if you compare Polytechnique and Revenge, they're totally different.
Yeah.
But they were all really great opportunities for me to work differently and, work from a different angle and learn. I just want to learn and, feel that I'm doing something different, new, that I need to make some adjustments for it. And I just want to make sure that it keeps being renewed, the kind of experiences that I get to live and work on and learn from.
Well, I know I'll be talking to you for many years, so I'm not worried about ever hooking up with
I
you again.
think
But
so.
Felix and the Treasure of
But
Morgaa.
it's so easy to,
Yeah,
love your job for a few years, maybe a decade, and then,
yeah,
feel the excitement leave you a little bit, year after year, because you don't find anything new to be excited about. You feel
I
that
get
you're
it.
just repeating yourself. And even when the job is very exciting at the beginning, it can happen to anybody, so
Yeah,
I'm just happy that it hasn't happened to me, because I really want to protect that love I have for my work. Yeah.
yeah. No, well, you show it in everything that you do, and I'm personally happy to see that you still have a great relationship with Billy Campbell. I can live vicariously through you, so that's all good.
Okay, that's good to know. He's such a great human being.
Oh, he really is. God,
Yeah.
I remember watching him so many years ago in that series. Remember when he was the dad and Evan Rachel Wood was his little daughter? I can't remember the name of it. I love that
I
show, and
can't.
that's
Yeah.
that's when I fell in love with him. And I was like, oh, Cardinal! Wow, he's doing a Canadian series. I was so excited. You guys had great chemistry on that. So, but this animated movie, Felix and the Treasure More, it's a delight to listen to you in this, and it's wonderful, great family film, and always a pleasure to have the opportunity to talk to you, Karine. Thank you so much for your time today. I
Thank
really
you to you as
appreciate it.
well.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Bye. Bye.
Stay safe and stay healthy, okay?
Yes, you too.
Okay, take
See you
care.
soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.